land of knowledge.
Oh, Rook! Good to see you. Irilyn and Strife sent word. Some of the artifacts we have in storage are acting up. They need a hand to make sure they stay calmed and don't rip a hole in reality. Anyways, we can go whenever you're ready. Oh, hey, Rook. Wow, thank you.
Rook, Ilario sent word. He's got intel on Zara. He wants to meet up. Fancy a trip to Treviso?
Sounds like fun. You've been quiet?
I know. Just thinking. But I said we'd talk, didn't I? I heard a voice after we saved that man. It told me I was touched by the ancients and that I should seek it out. Seek her out.
Do you think this voice has answers about your magic?
She must! What if she's like me? Maybe that's why only I heard her. She said to look to those closest to the stone to locate her.
Meaning?
The children of the stone. Dwarves. Not surfacers like me, but the ones from the deep roads. Almost 10 years ago, a shaper from Orzammar bonded with a titan.
Titans, ancients. You think it's related?
It would make sense, wouldn't it? Volta. That was the shaper's name. Maybe there are more like her down there.
Or you could be the only dwarf in the world with magic, which must feel nice.
A little, but I don't know everything about it yet, and I probably should. I know some people in Orzammar. I'll reach out. If I hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
Aren't these the old folk?
I've been hearing weird things out here.
Ha!
An underwater prison? That's still pretty amazing.
Amazing? I suppose it is. Do you think the elves made it? It didn't seem Tevinter.
I think so. I wonder what it was built for. Originally, I mean.
Whatever it was meant for, it's a pit of misery now.
Right. Okay. We all know why we're here, right?
Make sure that the artifacts we calmed stay calmed. We know.
This should be easy. Yanarl, you and Strife take the first set. Irlin and Hamuel take the second. Rook and I will handle the rest.
I'm still a little confused about what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, of course you are. Sorry, sometimes I forget not everyone spends all their time studying ancient elven artifacts. We're going to check the crystal alignment, fade connection, and the Lyran reserves.
Has alignment ever been a problem? Even once?
It's not worth the risk. Even if it's only off by a little bit, we know what happens.
Happened once, and we can't even be sure the crystal alignment was why. Look, I know what you're saying, but maybe if
We check it every single time.
I'm sorry. You're right, Sorry.
Forget it.
All right, go team.
It's my fault, really. I'm sorry, Belara.
Let's go. We want to get back quickly.
Of course.
See you soon.
So, what was all that about?
What was what all about?
That tension seemed pretty heavy.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Here we are, the artifact vault. Or one of them, at least.
Looks like it's seen better days.
Repairing reality doesn't leave a lot of time for repairing walls. At least until someone falls through a hole in the floor. Random example. Okay, see those 2 power crystals? The ones that aren't glowing? There should be a couple of replacements, charged ones, in the room. If you grab them, I'll make sure the artifact stays calmed.
Okay, new power crystal is in.
Great, and the artifact didn't collapse the room.
Was that a possibility?
Always is. And there we go.
So it's calmed now?
Should be, and it'll stay that way for a while. And in the meantime, it won't tear open reality. Okay, let's keep going.
Sure. Sounds good. So, it's nice out, at least. You know, ignoring that reality itself is paper thin here.
Hard to ignore that.
Right. Found one.
Great. Bring it over here and put it in the socket.
So what did this artifact do? Before it was calmed, I mean.
It would bring flaming rocks down all around it, every 30 minutes. And for some reason, you'd hear chanting while it did it. Not sure what that was about. Okay, reserves replaced, which means... there. Everything's looking good. Thank you, by the way, for helping out. You have better things to do, I know.
No one's currently trying to kill me. That feels like a holiday.
Right. I forget how exciting your life is. Okay, one more to go. Not too far now. Thank you for giving me this chance to help people.
You were already kind of doing that, as a veil jumper.
Sort of, but it was never as big, you know? As grand. Helping you. We're helping lots of people. Everywhere. I like that.
So, how do you calm an artifact anyway?
You have to cut it off from its power source, but carefully. Some of them like to try and blow up when you do it. Hey, Rook.
What do you need?
Never mind.
Found the other crystal.
Great, slot it in. There. Done.
You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Or will be. It takes a lot out of you, all those little magic bits. Not hard, just exhausting. But it needs to be done, and done right.
Yeah. Keeping reality from falling apart is important. But other veil jumpers can do this, why not let them?
Because maybe then I can make up for it.
Make up for what?
For not being good enough when it counted. I'm sorry, I can't. Not right now.
Lara, I'm,
My brother.
What?
Back there. You asked me why I did this. Why I put myself out here. For him. For my brother. Wherever he is.
What happened to your brother?
Syrian. His name was Syrian. We were the same, you know? In a lot of ways. We wanted to learn everything. About Elvenon, the magic, the people, all of it. We heard about the Notisterthalin, figured it had the answers, or some of them. Then Arlathan started going wrong. I joined the Veil Jumpers to help people. And he kept looking, kept putting himself in danger. It should have been safe. I know, I checked that artifact 3 times. I guess it should have been 4. Artifact started pulsing. He was too close. I couldn't find my way in. They called him a hero. Wanted to make a statue. They thought it would make it all okay.
I'm sorry, doesn't feel like enough.
It's something, even if it doesn't fix it. Syrian, he felt responsible. For our people. For me. My little brother. He thought he needed to take care of me. He called me Vora Shivan. Hummingbird in Elven. Said it was because I could never sit still. But he loved me for it. Said it kept him thinking. Trying to keep up. And he helped me too. He kept me focused, anchored. And now he's gone. Because I wasn't good enough.
It's not your fault. You have to know that.
Then why does it feel like it was?
You lost someone important. Guilt's part of that. But if you don't learn to get past it, you'll drown.
I wish it were that easy. I've tried. Told myself I couldn't have done anything, and my head believes it. But my heart doesn't. So I try to make up for it. Honor him. Learn about our people. Find the truth. Maybe when I do, I'll feel it.
Feel what?
That he forgives me. And that I deserve it. We should head back. Rook. Thank you for being here.
Veilguard and Gillenane can control people.
Veil Jumpers are in trouble. They could use our help if we can find them. This map is a good start.
Come back safe.
You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, Lucanus, but how did the Venatori stick you with spite?
They fed me something. Like he was a parasite in uncooked meat.
You know, I've spent lots of time around demons, but I've never heard of them being used that way.
Zara said she got the idea from some cult in Orlais. They used it on Seekers, who are immune to demons.
Everyone! Nice work!
Good work!
This is where Tainor was headed. Blight here? Didn't mention that.
Could be new. Blight spreads fast.
Oh, not good. That relic ended up blighting Oros. Oros. He didn't make it. But it seems he managed to destroy the relic. Tainor and Gus must be out here somewhere. We'll keep looking. Darkspawn. On. Is that? I think that's Tina.
No! Damn it!
one more Veil Jumper to find. The tracker Gus. Let's hope we can still save him. What's that there? By those bushes? A collar? This says... Gus. Oh, wait. The tracker Tainor talked about was a Nug. Oros's companion Nug. Oh. Let's get you home, little one.
I hope Tainor is all right. I haven't seen her in days. That's Gus! I wondered where he was. Haven't seen Oros or Tainor in a while either.
Sorry. Gus was the only one I could save.
Oh, creators have mercy. Poor Gus. Do you think he understands? I suppose I'll look after him now. Oros wouldn't want him to be lonely. Thank you, Rook.
Plenty of ways to spend your coin here. Come back.
This could be one of the Evaneris. Might even be Gillenane or Elganon.
They weren't gods. They don't deserve statues.
This artifact isn't working right. Maybe if I looked at the crystals it's connected to. The person who set this up was in contact with someone or something from the Fade.
I'm on it. Got it.
all the crystals. Hopefully that fixes the artifacts. Another of those Fen Harel altars.
Sure thing.
That's a person. Or it was. And it came out of the Fade.
This magic. It was designed to draw something in. And it's familiar.
Might be best if we stop tampering. The forest will reclaim it.
Scout Harding glows now?
A sharp eye, a quick mind, and luck. That's most of the job.
So, do you think I could become one? An investigator?
It takes a certain amount of focus, too.
Oh, okay, well, maybe not then. I still can't believe it. I'm talking to the Nev Gallus.
And that's sweet, but I don't need the flattery.
Right, just a person I'll try to remember.
Rook, here to join us?
I'm glad to see you're making friends, Bellara.
Oh, definitely. Nev's, well, Nev, she's been just so kind.
It turns out Bellara knows my work. Or at least the parts that make the papers.
It all sounds so exciting. The things you've done, the people you've helped.
Those are the ones that go well. You don't hear about the rest. Everyone wants a scandal. Or a happy ending.
Or both, like the time you told the Marquis to—
Hold on. I don't think Rook's interested in that story.
Rook's a little interested.
Look, I'd love to, honest. But that story needs the right atmosphere. After dark over bad coffee. Or expensive wine. Take your pick.
Speaking of, what's the situation with cooking exactly? Are we on a rotation or what? I can help out. I'm a pretty good cook, with some things at least. Well, most of the time. Sometimes I get distracted and things burn.
There's no official rotation. Everyone just makes extra food when they get hungry.
Do you mostly cook Dalish foods? I haven't had a chance to try many.
Sometimes. Not a lot of options when you're out in the forest. But I've learned a lot of different cooking styles. And Tevan, Rivani. Oh, I even learned how to make Tevinter Khachapuri.
Wait, real Khachapuri? The hollowed out bread? 3 kinds of cheese? I love Khachapuri. What about you, Rook? What are you craving?
Cheese and bread were the only words I needed to hear.
You have no idea.
It's good, with the right cheese, which can be hard to find out in the forest.
Well, we'll have to see what we can find you. You should have an assistant, someone to make sure it doesn't burn. See if it tastes right, that sort of thing.
Nev Gallus, helping me cook?
Again, the flattery.
Right, just a person, got it.
Great, now, let's see what we can scrounge up.
The fires are lit.
Your coin helps, and there's some good bargains out there for you. Come back. Soon.
Occupied. The insult of it.
It's more than insulting.
I could have daggers in 100 necks by nightfall.
No doubt. But more necks would present themselves tomorrow.
I have other daggers.
Am I interrupting?
Forgive Thea. She gets testy when a contract is delayed.
Help me out here. What contract?
One that may involve you.
You want help against the gods. We want Treviso free. We now think they may be the same problem. The occupation has a face. The Antam commander, Keith Lord Butcher Dathrata. But Viago thinks killing him outright is short-sighted.
The Butcher took the city suspiciously fast. Removing him is useless if someone else can repeat that, with the help of gods or something else. Despite it being the outcome, assassination is not about killing, it's about sending a message.
And what message would that be?
The Crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
Sounds like you think the occupation wasn't just about force.
Cruel as the Butcher is, he didn't break the city with a siege. It was sudden and complete.
Like he had it all mapped. Where to march and what to close off to choke resistance.
He had inside information. Spies?
He had something.
And until we know what it was, killing him isn't the contract.
Butcher Dothrata. What do you know about him?
The Antam army fractured, split among warlords, and he seems to have kept the most traditional discipline. And the rank and file like it. His numbers keep growing, but the Butcher himself is odd.
Odd how?
He gives daily speeches about how the occupation is somehow merciful. And the way he talks, it's familiar. It's like he thinks he belongs here. And I won't have it.
You're in charge? Antiva has a king.
And the power of a king is enforced by armies. Antiva has no army. It has the Crows.
There's a reason Antivan coins have portraits of guild leaders, not royalty. We're patriots. Crows can't field a battalion, but we protect our nation our way.
The gods care about taking Treviso?
The Butcher wants Treviso. The gods may just want the Antam.
But Antam distrusts magic and outright fear demons. They should be enemies.
Power can turn anyone against their own interests, their own people.
Helping the Crows helps everyone in the long run. What's the first step to your message?
We have a scout named Dareth. He said he was onto something the Butcher was hiding.
He was in the Drown district, so that's a place to start. Find our Crow and help with his contract.
Find your Crow. Then what?
We break this occupation. We craft the message one step at a time.
And when we finally assassinate the person who leashed Treviso, that death will tell everyone. The Crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free. I've noted the location of Dareth and his cousin, Jacobus, in the Drown district. They're always together. Jacobus will be eager to help. Perhaps too eager for one so young.
Can you blame him? We've all lost too much to this occupation.
Almost there.
So, hiring the demon of Virantium was your suggestion.
It was a possible lead. Finding things and tracking Venatori. That's what I'm here for.
After all the jobs I did him in Rathis, the last thing I expected was a Tevinter mage to be involved in breaking me out.
Well, good. I'd hate for assassins to find me predictable.
A fine evening to the local drapes.
Not even an army stops the Treviso market.
Almost feels like home.
I've got wares from all over the world if you'd like to take a look.
Welcome. Whether you're looking for functional blades or authorized display replicas, you're in the right place. One time, under a Dea Cantori dueled with a blade I sold. She held it up under she won and everything.
Good night for it.
Left the Qun to get away from Antam assholes. Now they're here anyway.
Welcome to the Dappa Duelist. While magic is outlawed under the Antam, we have some excellent casting leather for display purposes. Ha! The thrill of the duel.
So this is Treviso now. The crows haven't given up.
They won't last much longer if the Antam.
Don't worry, Tyr and Veilguard sent us.
Do it for Connus? Yes! Kill them! Kill the Antam! They killed Darren! They killed my cousin! Take it now! They're weak on the...
That's done. Are you Jacobus?
Darren, my cousin. They... Please, you have to finish Darrett's contract. It's about the Butcher. My cousin was going to spy on the Butcher. He told me we'd pick up the contract from a dead drop. But then... someone has to finish this for Dareth. Please.
We will take care of it. Go back to the diamond.
I will, just give me a minute.
We should... That note said Dareth should pick up the contract at the usual place across from Tyr and Veilguard. Just follow the marks.
There will be a trail of marks left by previous crows. It will lead us right to it.
I've spotted them around the city. I think there's one near...
A crow mark. Perfectly thrown.
That's got to be Dareth's trail. Keep an eye out. Another mark this way.
Consider it done.
bunch of Antam stopped me on my way to work.
Here's another crow mark.
The market never stops, even during occupation.
I meant to pick up more spices. Another time. So, you're not sure you can trust me, but it was your idea to hire me.
I made the suggestion. Rook made the call. Why? Are you worried I have ulterior motives? That I planted the idea in Rook's head for my own ends?
That wasn't where this was going.
Really? Because I'd have questions. A Tevinter mage breaks a demon-possessed assassin out of prison. What's her angle?
Mierda. And people say I'm overly suspicious.
Our next crow mark. This is where the marks lead. Dareth's contract must be here somewhere. The butcher is making poison. Cormac.
I've heard of it. It does things to your mind. Nothing pleasant.
If I were the butcher, it'd be a good way to keep people in line.
We cannot let the butcher unleash this on Treviso.
He won't. The Anton brought in a Cormac master to mix the poison. He's at the garrison. We stop him there before this goes any further. Back on the ground soon. Keep a grip. Take him out, quick!
Would you look at Rook?
We're in. Let's find the comic master.
I command that you fight, but above all else, I command. Treviso is ours. Obey my example, and the castle will fall in line.
You cannot forbid the crows!
Out of the rain! Watch it!
Now's your chance!
I command you to ignore whispers. I command you to ignore traitors. I command that you fight, but above all else, I command. Obey or be caged like the combat. Be on power. Treviso is ours. Obey my example, and the castle will fall in line. Those who do not obey have no role. They do not exist. Choose to exist.
I can smell you, an outsider. Time to test my gift. I am will made flesh. So much flesh. The fight the butcher denied has come to me. My word!
I'm here on behalf of the crows, poisoner.
Poison. You face the gift of the gods!
Keep at it. Can't let this thing out.
Fear! I bleed!
It's done. The comic master's dead.
Good riddance.
First things first. Let's destroy the rest of the poison. Then we figure out what was going on here. That's the last of the poison, thankfully. Let's look for anything else that explains what's happening. Wait. This note says that wasn't all the Carmack. The butcher's angry because some went missing.
Who got their hands on it?
No idea. But the note does mention the butcher's inside traitor. The occupation had help. Tyr and Veilguard need to know they were right.
Are you out of your mind? I told you crows to stay out of this!
Out of what? Defending our home?
If we had a stronger civil government instead of a bunch of circus criminals, the Antam wouldn't have a foothold in the first place!
Circuses charge admission. We did all that for free.
This is Governor Ivenchi. They have concerns.
My concern is how you've endangered the city.
We're defending Antiva.
These protections are in place for the good of everyone. You act without oversight.
We crows are the oversight.
And yet, here we are, awash in Antam. And now, you've angered the Butcher.
It's bigger than whatever it is you're whining about. The gods are corrupting some of the Antam.
And the Butcher?
You two were right. He had help taking the city. Human traitors.
I didn't want to believe it. Killing the Butcher does nothing if someone could just sell us out again.
I'd start right here. You Talons are known for infighting and betrayal.
You're accusing them? One of their crows died for this contract.
That's enough. Rook, thank you for finishing that contract. The only reward we have is to ask you for more.
We're allies. Of course I'll help.
Ivenchi is right about one thing. The Butcher will not like that we're fighting back.
We need to be ready. Rook, I will have every crow tracking this traitor and the gods, and we will send word when we find something.
The stakes are too high. This should be left to proper officials.
Go back to filing trade receipts, Ivenchi. The crows rule Antiva.
And Treviso will be free. With or without you, Governor.
Your coin helps, and there's some good bargains out there for you. Good luck with you. your contracts.
Don't look down.
You're keeping an eye on me. Is it the demon or the mage killer name?
Maybe I want the secrets of your coffee supplier.
That's not...
Don't flatter yourself too much. I don't trust anyone on first meeting, and I keep an eye on everything.
Well, if you do want coffee, let me know. Come on, Ilario will meet us at Cafe Pietra. It's not that far from here. We have time before he arrives. I wouldn't mind looking around a while. The markets are running. Good. I need to get some things while we're here. Treviso. Barely had time to look around when we returned from the ossuary.
This place, does it feel very different?
In some ways, more than I expected. But then, perhaps it's me.
A potted plant?
For Harding's garden. Spearmint is supposed to calm bad dreams. It's good in desserts, too.
So, you and Ilario are cousins?
Yes, but we're more like brothers. Katarina took us both in, a long time ago now. Here's the place. Velara mentioned the daily seafood recipe she wants to make.
The demon of Virantium is grocery shopping for the team.
Have you seen what they eat? It's a miracle you didn't all starve before you hired me.
When we met, it didn't seem like Ilario and Katerina were close.
It was hard to be close to her, even for me. And I was her favorite. A good selection. Fresh fruit. Nev only eats fried fish. You'd think a detective would have discovered scurvy by now.
Is that everything on the list?
Yes, and Ilario should be here by now. Let's go before he gets himself in trouble.
You can't buy something for everyone but yourself. Here, this is for you.
A wyvern tooth dagger? I loved wyverns as a boy. Katarina would never let me have one of these, though.
Welcome. Mariana and I run the best fruit stand in Treviso.
Cafe Pietra is just ahead.
That's where we're meeting your cousin? Why not the casino?
House Cantori has many talents. Making coffee is not one of them.
Finally. I thought you might leave me here all by my lonesome.
Please. You think I'd ever pass up Cafe Pietra's coffee?
You see, Rook, my cousin is all stomach and no heart.
Don't mind him. Ilario cannot appreciate anything but himself. They serve a specialty roast here, Andoral's breath. Bitter and sweet, like a kiss goodbye. You should try it.
You just described my dream cup of coffee. So, is there a reason we're not talking about Ilario's information, or what?
We're still being spied on.
No, the last one just left. Couldn't take your coffee talk.
So, you have something?
The crows I sent after Sarah have picked up her trail. They say she's gone to Virantium.
If she was here in Treviso to kill Katerina, she can't be in Virantium already.
Rook's right. Zara's giving you a false lead, cousin.
You have better information?
We're compromised. There's no other way Zara could even touch Katerina. You need your eyes here, in Antiva.
Zara would never be foolish enough to stay. Not with you out for blood.
Of course she would. If the crows protecting her are here.
Rook, reason with him, would you? He's being paranoid.
I am not paranoid. She came after me. She came after Katerina. She will come for you too.
If it'll make you feel better, I'll clean house, all right? Leave this to me.
He's gone.
Of course he is. Ilario always caves under pressure.
Your cousin only seems to hear about one word in 10.
He's always been this way. He hears what he wants to hear.
How's the coffee? As good as you remembered?
Better. I dreamed about this coffee for a year. They say taste and smell awaken our strongest memories. For so long, memories were all I had. But whatever the circumstances, the here and now is a much finer place to be. How's your coffee?
Strong enough to take down a god. Ready to head back to the lighthouse?
Almost. need and knowledge.
Balara, what if Irsa Telnal was never Elven, but a mispronunciation of Issa Tunal? Maybe they knew it had something to do with the Titans and tried to write it down.
And got it wrong. Then over time the sounds shifted. That's brilliant. The lullaby's full of words that don't make sense in Elven. If this is why... I have to go look at it again.
Rook, do you have a minute?
Of course. Something wrong?
Thea wants to meet.
Well, that doesn't sound like a bad thing.
She wants to plan Katerina's funeral.
Oh, right.
If you don't mind, I could use some backup. In case Spike gets out of hand.
Let's not keep Taya waiting.
For me?
Jacobs, how is he?
It is good to have found our Good, you're here.
Thank you for making the arrangements, Thea.
For Katerina? How could I do otherwise? I'm so sorry, Lucanis. This must be such a blow. Rook, thank you for coming with him. I need Juan de la Muerte to plan this. His cousin has been no help at all.
I'm sorry, Thea. This is just too much right now.
If there's anything I can do, just say the word.
You're such a dear. I hope these two are paying attention.
Thea, don't flirt with my colleague.
Jealous? Fine. To business, then. There's a lot to plan. But first, I need the ashes.
Ashes?
Make it help us. Yes, the ashes. Katerina's ashes. From the cremation?
Oh, yes. Of course. I'll get them to you right away.
Ilario, what happened?
What do you mean?
Katerina, how? How did the Venatori get to her? When? Where? In the estate? In the city? How did they get past our people? What did they use? Poison? Blades? I need to know.
Cousin, stop. You can't dwell on this. It'll drive you mad.
I'm not dwelling. Zara killed the first Talon. I have to know how if I'm going to stop her.
I told you. I'm handling it.
Boys, enough of this. We have other things to discuss.
My apologies, Andradea. Continue without me. I'll get you the ashes.
How are you holding up?
I'll be fine. Better once we kill Zara Renata. It's him I'm worried about.
Hilario can be a handful. But this? The only time I've seen him like this was when Lucanis died. You're worrying, aren't you? What will people say if they hear the demon of Virantium has a big, soft heart?
He's been careless at times, but never when his own life was on the line. Zara took down the first Talon. Anyone could be next. And my cousin doesn't want to think about it?
You have a point. It's not like Hilario to ignore a knife coming at him.
What do you need from me for the funeral?
Come. I'll get us some drinks and we can make the arrangements.
Our house owes you for handling all of this.
Katerina was family. Can you imagine what she'd say if she saw us all like this?
She'd be furious, especially at Ilario, as usual.
How did you stay on her good side?
What good side?
To hear Katerina tell it, Lucanis can do no wrong.
It's easy to look good standing next to my cousin.
I'll have my people keep an eye on him for you.
Thank you, Thea.
Go on. I'll let you know if something comes up.
You keep disrupting the Antam. See?
Are you one spirit who moves around, or different spirits who all look the same?
As needed, Dweller.
Right.
We sail.
Spirits are returning.
They should be safe now, with the defenders on alert.
What does spirits spend money on? Never mind. What do you have?
So, the demon of Virantium.
The name wasn't literal when I got it.
No, but the reputation that went with it.
I suppose I earned it.
And then some. Assuming my sources are accurate.
Past reputation means nothing when your current contract's still open.
I know the feeling. Minrathus, the heart of Tevinter. Somehow the beat of it always pulls me back. Steady pulse of secrets, corruption, you name it. Trust no one. Expect the worst. And you might just get by.
Do the shadow dragons know we're here?
Nev Gallus! You only turn up when you want news. Or you've got some.
Tarquin. You look... well.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Sounds like a story.
Just living ungifted in a world made for mages.
Rook, meet the Viper.
The name, the entrance... I have so many questions.
Most people do.
So why the meeting? Is this about your work with Varric?
Something terrible got loosed when we disrupted Solus's ritual. A pair of elven gods.
Gods?
They blighted a village in Arlethan, Demeter's Crossing.
There are venatory whispers about that place. Now we know why.
What's been happening in the city?
Underground sacrifices, dangerous relics flooding the black market. The cults gathering power.
You'd think people would reconsider their choices after surviving a citywide demon attack.
The cult hasn't changed. They want control of Tevinter and a return to the old ways. And if an ancient power promises just that, damn it. We were tracking a set of red lyrium relics before you got here. Smuggled in recently.
They enhance blood magic and can summon demons far too easily. We destroyed one and tore another off a slaver.
We think the third's right here in Docktown.
Docktown's my home. If it's got problems and I'm here, I can track this faster than anyone in the city.
Hold on. I'm happy to help.
It's fine. I can catch up with you.
We don't know where the gods are or what they're doing. We're here for help. It's fair I give some in return.
The relics don't play nice with the Veil, and they resonate with each other. We destroyed the lyrium in the last one we found, but it should still track the third.
Give it to me. I'll get it done.
We'll keep eyes on the Venatori. If there's a tie to these elven gods, we'll find it.
Ready for a tour of Docktown? Stick with me.
The relic the Viper gave us responds to the missing one.
And it is. It should pick up places where the missing relic disrupted the Veil. Find a trail of those and we'll get somewhere.
So you live in Docktown?
My whole life. Unless I'm away on a case. Or crashing in the Fade.
Harding said the Archon's palace shot at you last time you were here. And now we're chasing a dangerous relic through the streets.
And people wonder why I never get sleep. Aha! The relic's pulling toward the Temple of Andraste.
The demons, they...
What happened? It's locked down, sir. Keep it under control. Yes, sir.
Locked. We need another way in.
Right. On it.
We're breaking into a chantry?
We broke into a prison. But no. The courtyard's public...
Is this what you do for the Shadow Dragons? When you aren't with us?
I look for things. People, objects, information. People have problems that Templars and Magisters can't help. Or won't. Word got out I might. It's enough to live on. If it doesn't get me killed.
Bodies. In the courtyard.
Stay sharp. Killed. Based on the marks, I'd say demons.
Definitely.
Demons. Is this the relic's work?
It's not a coincidence. Don't make it look easy.
On the jar.
Got us at range. Watch it. The relic we're chasing, it's unstable.
Where it moves, chaos follows.
This isn't the only market left on the Veil. I can feel it. Find that, and we may get more. Couldn't escape the demons. If there's family or a friend, I can track them down later. Make sure they know. Here goes nothing.
Relic. Courtyard. Back way.
What was that?
It's a remnant. An echo from the Fade drawn to magical disruptions. If the relic drew it here, the voice could be a memory of the smuggler. Courtyard's quiet, fewer eyes, so you cut through here, where there's a path to the market. Follow me. Enchantment on the entrance. I can get it. All right, follow me. You know, I took this job. It's on me. And the Venatori cult's no joke. If anyone wants out...
You get this job on the house.
All right, mage killer. Suit yourself.
The threads took care of it.
They keep trouble away. You've got to give them that.
You think he's acting different?
The relic was close. Find another remnant and we might learn more.
Up there. Is that another remnant?
That should be no problem.
There's always a way to get places.
Assortment of trinkets, jewels, other adornments. Come back soon.
Hey, any news?
Navgalis, are you after the demons?
I'm after a few things. You got anything?
Heard some people talking. I think one was a Venatori. I didn't get a good look. I took off before they saw me.
Smart move. Stay safe.
What is life without art?
Anyone strange poking around the market?
You mean more than usual? Actually, maybe. The smuggler who supplies Miro, she's acting weird. Took off, though. Couldn't tell you where.
Got it.
A lot on display. Nice target for thieves.
If a stand's not watched, there's a nasty spell on the most valuable item. And a random one, just for fun.
Of course.
We'll get you something just right.
Coin stream?
Almost there. Remnants ahead. You got it.
Handoff. Third bell. Late.
Bells ring when ships go in and out. Could be using them for timing, near the docks. I think our smuggler's on a deadline. The relic's pull agrees. Let's visit the docks. Elevator's locked. Someone forgot to bribe the dockmaster. Still up for a walk? This isn't the only way to the docks.
Food later? Oh, yes, please.
All right, through here. I've got this.
I'm guessing you know all the shortcuts in Dogtown. All its secrets?
No. If someone thinks they know all Dogtown secrets, they're either kidding themselves or scamming you. Come on. This path will swing back to the docks.
More demons.
Not for long.
Good luck at road. Snipers!
The longer that relic's in Dogtown...
These are my neighbors. That relic won't stay in my town.
This city hasn't changed.
You spent time here?
Before, yes. For a while. Though not in Dogtown.
Oh, you got the fancy targets.
I'm very expensive.
Demons.
Venatori?
Home sweet home. Enjoying the tour? We're getting closer. You bet.
Soon. The buyer. Meeting.
Right, a meeting, but where? The trail's starting to fray.
Wrong turn.
Couldn't this belong to the Venatori?
Not a chance.
Oh, looks like we have company.
Is everyone all right? Nev, you're back in the city.
Templar Rana Savas. Don't say you missed me.
I wasn't going to.
Really? Because I heard there's a relic loose. With red lyrium?
How do you... Never mind. You can't say. You never can.
Rook, meet my friend Rana. At least I think we're friends.
Yes. And Rook, if you're with Nev, I take it I can trust you?
As much as I can trust you.
Look at that. On the same page already.
If you have anything on the relic...
I thought Templars worked against mages.
This isn't the South. I work to stop illegal magic, that's all.
You're working the case alone?
Not if you help. There's a rumor the relic trades hands tonight, and Albin Bataris is the buyer.
A Magister's son. Interesting. I should get moving.
Nev?
Don't worry. We won't stop until this whole thing's settled.
That's,
Look, you're busy. We just got attacked, which means you won't leave until you're sure no one else is lurking around.
And you won't wait.
What can I say? Work to do.
Where are you going?
For a walk to the spillway.
I'll catch up when I'm done.
If you say so. Our trail is frayed, but the spillway's our best bet. Let's go.
Rana's not a shadow dragon. So you work with Templars too?
Rana's clean and her information's good. The rest? Only when I have to.
And the spillway?
Rana mentioned Albin Bataris, and she doesn't share rumors unless they're likely. Albin's father oversaw some construction there. If he's visiting this part of town, that narrows the search. A barrier. They don't want people getting near the deal. Find the unshielded crystals and we're through.
That's one down.
Must be one left. That's it. We can cut through the barrier now. We need to keep moving. Voices. There's someone up ahead.
Albin Bataris. Your relic.
Gods rise and power with them. For the glory of Tevinter reborn.
Albin's our buyer. And a Venatori. Sounds like the cult is working for the gods.
You're supposed to wait.
Just a taste of that power.
He's using it now? Move!
We have our relic buyer.
The Venatori don't need that relic.
You're here to stop me. You can't stop the Venatori. This power
Well, what? Impressive risen god. Can you even control it?
Shut up! The Venatori's power is on the rise, and this part's mine.
You lie here, Venatori.
I might have questions for him.
You won't walk away from here!
More demons. All of them break loose.
They aren't leaving. Say the word.
You won't be releasing any more demons.
And you're the smuggler. I know you. You're part of the Thread Crime Syndicate. Smuggling, sure. But red lyrium. Working with Venatori. It's not your style.
Here they are. My son is no cultist. He was completely misled. We appreciate your help, Knight Commander. Let's go.
Nice try. The Venatori rise.
You know he's guilty. How much did it cost the Magister?
Watch it, Gallus, or you'll be charged.
With what? I tie something up and you undo it. Isn't this familiar?
Save the sob story. We got the smuggler. Or do you want Bataris to release her, too?
I'll find a way to fix this.
Damn it.
At least we stopped the demons. That's something.
If Docktown's a little safer, it's not for nothing.
I know it's not perfect.
We got the relic, and the smuggler. The Shadows will watch the cult. If that leads to the gods, they'll send word. It's not perfect, but count your wins. You don't always get them, especially here.
It wasn't a perfect ending, but Docktown was safe. From tonight's demons, anyway. Nev's past was coming back to haunt her. She just didn't know it yet.
I should see what Nev has to say. Manifestation.
The Shadow Dragons have a hideout in Docktown. We should check in, see if there's news on the Venatori.
Already?
They work fast, and with that relic case off their hands, they'll work even faster. Meet you in Docktown. Fewer people than I expected. Let's find Asher.
Asher?
The Viper. He prefers to be called Asher in private. Said I could tell you.
Get the new supplies, will ya? Welcome to the shop. I'm Lorelei. Anything you need, just ask. Soon. We'll have more.
Trouble in the Anvalanim. Darkspawn.
But those tunnels are safe passage for...
I know. We've had to close that entrance.
We can help. We've recently had to deal with Blight. Those Darkspawn have to be destroyed before they get out into the city.
If you get through, signal the all clear at the hidden door.
This is troubling. Darkspawn in the city.
And in one of the worst places. The Shadows rely on those tunnels to rescue people. The Anvalanim should have an entrance this way. The passage is hidden by a... Venatori. Why are they so close to the shop?
They're strong enemies!
How's that?
There. Is that the wall carving you mentioned?
That's the one. There's a switch behind the serpent's head on the left.
Got it.
Like the ossuary, but without the view.
Don't like the sound of that. That did it. We can get through now.
I hate tunnels. Let's kill those shadow dragons and leave this place. Shadow dragon agents, they're down here with us. Get them. On for reinforcements.
Reinforcements. We can't let them reach the Shadow Dragon hideout. Even more Venatori? We have to take out the leaders. Still blocked. There's another boil somewhere. Fight on!
Can't get along.
Nicely done! I hate to be on their side!
Got it.
Their own fault.
Those Darkspawn and Venatori were on the same side.
I know, and that worries me. At least that seems to be the last of them.
It should be safe for the Shadows to use the entrance again.
Let's find it and tell them to open up.
There it is, the hidden entrance back into the shop.
It's Rook. All clear down here.
Nice work. I'll get the door.
How did the Venatori find the Shadow Dragon's hideout? Isn't it a secret?
We help the people in Docktown. They know where we are. Someone might have talked about the shop. People spreading rumors, that's easy to handle. But Darkspawn, that's different.
You really saved our skins there, Rook. Those Darkspawn could have destroyed us.
It wasn't just Darkspawn. Venatori were there too, and they weren't fighting each other.
How is that possible? Darkspawn attack all living things.
Darkspawn are blighted. If the gods control the blight, they might control the Darkspawn.
Darkspawn or Venatori, makes no difference. We'll defeat them all.
If you're looking for answers about the Venatori, I may have a lead. A warehouse on the other side of the city. Lots of cult activity. And some of them were spotted heading towards a shop. Could be a coincidence, or it could be something more.
It's worth a look.
Agreed. Rook?
Let's go.
One day you'll move.
The Viper, or Asher, I suppose. Is he the leader of the Shadow Dragons?
One of them. He made his name freeing slaves.
So the Viper's real name is Asher?
A middle name. He calls himself Viper for first impressions, or so he says.
What do you mean?
Asher just doesn't have the same impact, does it?
Venatori, we're close. guards, probably.
Locked. There has to be another way in. Someone's mad about their fellow Venatori leaving the rooftop passage open.
Let's in both drafts and people. Yes?
Got company.
Thanks, Alice.
Anytime.
Let's keep moving before more of them come crawling out. Lots of Venatori. We must be close.
Stop!
That's all the Venatori guarding the place. Someone conveniently left the rooftop entrance open again.
I know a Venatori ritual when I hear one, and I know they hate being interrupted.
Darkspawn.
How?
We stopped the...
Controlling
Not in my city. Got it covered.
There you go. Hey, Rook, nice shot.
That's all of the Darkspawn and Venatori. Let's search the place and figure out what they were doing. This explains the Darkspawn we keep finding in the catacombs.
At least they don't know where the Shadow Dragons are. Exactly.
This note. Knight Commander Lenos of the Minratha's Templars is being paid off by Venatori.
Damn it.
Look at this. Draining into the tunnels below the city, perhaps.
One more way the Venatori released blight into our tunnels. I'll tell the other shadows.
The gods gave the Venatori a relic they can use to control Darkspawn.
Hey, Rook. Is everything all right in there? Rook, I thought I'd see if you needed help. Did you find anything in there?
The risen gods taught the Venatori how to control Darkspawn. Explains why the hideout was attacked.
We found documents from the Knight Commander. I knew he was crooked. I didn't think he was actually Venatori.
Let's head back to the shop. We'll discuss things there.
We managed to catch the stragglers fleeing the warehouse.
They'll think twice before coming back here. What else did you find?
The Venatori serve Elganon and Gillinane like we thought. They gave the cult control over Darkspawn.
Great. Sounds like the Venatori are going to be even more trouble.
We can handle anything the Venatori throw at us.
How do we know we can even trust you? You're not from here. You don't know Minrathous like we do. And we know as little about you as we do these risen gods you unleashed.
Now, what is it they say? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. The cult has its hooks deep in the city. Venatori backers sit in the magisterium chambers, and now they wield power given to them by the gods. We'll have to get along if there's any chance of surviving this.
May, what are you doing here? You promised you'd lay low.
Tried it, didn't much care for it.
Nice to meet you. I'm Rook.
There's trouble in Minrathous, Venatori and risen gods. Rook's helping us with it. Mayvarus is one of the Shadow Dragon leaders.
Mayvarus Talani, formerly Magister Mayvarus Talani, at your service.
Wait, formerly?
My enemies conspired to have my magisterium seat stripped from me. We can talk about it later, if you want. My concerns feel petty when stacked against risen gods. The Shadow Dragons have a lot to discuss, but you, Rook, are expected at the Swan.
Me? The Cobbled Swan? Why?
The First Warden is here to speak with you.
The First Warden? Let's hope we actually get some help with the Blight.
Come back when you can. I think we'll need your help again. Wait, don't tell me. I'm better off not knowing.
But what if the Darkspawn...
I heard about the warehouse. Darkspawn, huh? Those damned Venatori.
Come. Back anytime.
You know, you're somewhat famous among the Shadow Dragons. At least the Demon of Byrantium is.
Here we go.
Nice work!
Right. Anyway.
Famous or infamous?
Because you're a mage killer. You turned that title on Venatori. That's a point in your favor.
I saw some of the Shadows' work before. Well, anyway, their good opinion is worth having.
Monas Pel Dogs Actus.
Come to buy? I'm sure we can strike a deal.
Look around and you'll find something. We've got, I don't know, something you might need.
I came down here to procure. I'm told Darktown is a discreet place to shop.
The Magister.
I am Jowen Glastrom, First Warden and Supreme Commander of Weishaupt. I received word of your team's request for Grey Warden assistance after an incursion of the Blight at Demeter's Crossing. How does a Morn Watcher come to be involved with the Blight in Arlathan? And not just any Watcher, but a controversial figure after what you pulled during that undead rebellion.
Right. Talk to the people I saved. They don't call my actions controversial. Some traditional watchers called my actions casual destruction of the dead, but they weren't there.
Very well. Then I'd like to hear how a Navaran necromancer unleashed the Blight.
I think unleashed is a little strong. It was an unfortunate side effect.
The Blight was a side effect?
Yes, of stopping the Dreadwolf, elven god of lies, from destroying the Veil. We did stop him, by the way. You're welcome.
I did not come here to listen to fairy tales. I am here because of the Blight.
It's no fairy tale. When we stopped Solus, something got out. According to the Veil Jumpers, it was the elven gods, Elganan and Gillenane. And they're not just evil. They're blighted. The point is that the gods are making the Blight worse. Demeter's Crossing was just the start. That's why we need the Grey Wardens.
I suspected more politicking from the remnants of the Inquisition. I see now that I was wrong.
I'm really glad to hear that.
It is clear that whatever you did to unleash the Blight has corrupted your already weak mind.
Okay, wait.
You will be taken to Weishaupt and placed under heavy guard until the danger you caused by unleashing the Blight passes.
Are you kidding me?
I assure you, I am deadly serious.
I don't have time to sit here and stroke your ego. You need to shut up and listen. The threat is real. The gods are coming and they're bringing the Blight with them.
Let me tell you something about the Blight. It is evil, it is implacable, and above all, it is predictable. The Blight has not changed in over 1,000 years. The Grey Wardens will defeat it, as they always do. And we will do so without you causing confusion with your deranged conspiracy theories. I suggest you come along quietly.
Adamant Fortress 941, Dragon. The Grey Wardens attempted to raise an army of demons. Hardly the models of good judgment yourselves, are you?
Everyone knows Warden Commander Clarel acted alone at Adamant Fortress.
Acted alone, you say? Imagine if everyone were to see the letter I discovered where you authorize her actions. I wonder how that might complicate the narrative.
Are you prepared to risk the security of the Grey Wardens for this deluded girl?
You may be surprised to learn that I care very little about the security of the Grey Wardens.
Stay away from the Blight, and do not pester the Grey Wardens with any more of your nonsense.
He seems upset. Was it something I said?
Who are you? Why do you have dirt on the Grey Wardens?
I was at Adamant. Magister Dorian Parvis, at your service. A mutual friend thought you might require some support.
Maevaris Talani, of the Shadow Dragons.
The very same.
What's your relation to the Shadow Dragons?
About a decade ago, Maevaris and I started a political faction called the Lucerni. We were going to change Tevinter for the better. Everyone would recognize the common sense benefits of our approach, and we'd all live happily ever after.
I take it that didn't happen.
Maevaris was framed, kicked out of the Magisterium, and the Lucerni were dissolved. So she took the movement underground.
The Shadow Dragons.
Since I still haunt the Magisterium, that makes me the Shadow Dragon's man on the inside.
The First Warden's a problem. If he won't help, I need him to stay out of my way.
I'm sure he'll show up again. Like an ulcer. For now, pay him no mind. No Grey Warden worth the name sits in a Menrathus lounge sipping wine. You need the Wardens? Look for the ones out there fighting the Blight. In the meantime, the Shadow Dragons will keep a close watch on the Venatori. Good luck. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
Only the Veil stood between us and a world of blighted darkness. But on this side, the gods could only tap a trickle. They had to turn that trickle into a flood. They sure could have used Solus's dagger to rip open the Fade. But some foolish mortal had taken it. So, they'd have to create a dagger of their own. Drowning the world in blight was just a matter of time.
I need to talk to Varric. demons!
Can't see. Takes credit there.
They're down.
Souls alone as the light left. I was there, less alone.
It's a spirit of compassion.
My own name. But what of theirs? 3 I've found, felled by demon claws, murdered. A connection I cannot see. I have impressions. But if I learn more, answers might unfold. This one. Green against grey stone. Rain, nourish. How she watched it bloom. Find who she was.
We've got a trail. We just need to follow it.
Hortensia. She was a gardener.
Green against grey. In debt, desperate, but still found hope. There are others. I would know more of them.
I could make a good dish with that. As you wish.
Another demon killing.
Death is too good.
All set.
We're in the clear.
The spirit of compassion. And another murder victim.
This one. A roof denied. Eyes skim over. Yet a world smudged in shadow. So beautiful. Find who he was.
They left a trail. Sloppy, but useful.
Charcoal drawings by someone named Evander.
A world smudged in shadow. He drew Docktown's darkness, but also its light. A faint connection begins to bind them. We must find the third.
A cat.
We are unstoppable!
Demons! It looks like another victim.
We need to chase this down. Still standing. Not bad.
Compassion?
This one. Curiosity undimmed. Just one more answer. Truth and story beneath the ruins. Find who he was. I will find you then.
Another of those Fen Harel altars. Property of Marcus, scholar.
Story beneath the ruins. Fear for the future, and yet he continued. For himself and for her. All those I found, I held a hand as the light left.
Do you know something about the murder victims? What connected them?
Each was desperate. Each heard a whisper that tempted them, and each turned away. They defied the one who called them. The demons we saw were merely minions. Too late for these. But now I can watch and protect others. Something larger stirs, calling the desperate. I cannot see what. No, the hope you bring Dogtown thwarts it, and may you continue.
say they were. Strength earns mastery.
This was with my things. It looks like your handwriting. I didn't read it. Well, a couple of words. I thought it might be one of mine. I don't even know how it got there.
It's those wisps. I need more wards.
Oh, I can help with that.
I started this. I'll deal with it.
Solus lived here. The Dreadwolf. It was gonna have quirks.
Solus is the worst tenant I followed, and that's saying something.
Maybe they like you.
Do you follow the chantry? The pendant. I noticed it's Andrastian.
I barely keep the holidays. It's from an old job.
Oh, which one? Maybe I read about it in a Tevinter paper.
I'm barely in the papers.
Oh, but when you are, it's on the edge of something exciting. What about that one story with the demon, the diamond, and the deadbeat magister? Oh, they mentioned you twice.
That was a hit piece.
Uh-huh, great. What happened with the diamond?
Long story.
What's the short version?
You take a dip off the dock for a rock, make sure the mage can't freeze you in. You know, that job would have gone smoother, but the client ratted me out to the demon.
What?
It's always something. Funny how that didn't make the print. Tell me you read the rest of the paper too?
Oh, yes. Sometimes they have these stories, serials. They're thrilling, except they come out in pieces. I only see a few papers a year. I never know how the stories end.
These papers are from Minrathous, right? I'm guessing there's blood magic, murder, tears.
That checks out.
Who's the second most innocent character? 10 gold says they're the killer.
What about the most innocent?
I don't know. They die?
What?
All right, Val. You get me the name of your serial, I'll try and track the ending. Just don't say we didn't warn you. I'd like to go back anyway. Spend time in Docktown, pick up gossip.
One company?
Why not? Ready to go when you are. Look who's thoughtful.